The entire team at Emsolation want to acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri people. We want to recognise that we are recording and telling our stories on the stolen land of our country's first storytellers. We wish to pay our respects to all Wurundjeri elders and ancestors, and to extend that respect to any First Nations peoples who listen to Emsolation. We recognise Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples' continued connection to the land and waters of this country, and acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. Always was, always will be.
M. Russiano.
Hang on, is that a poo in a toilet?
And Michael Lucas.
Tech nerds, I want to haunt people.
This is Emsolation.
Is your sphincter set to sprinkler?
Name of the episode!
You're in Emsolation.
Well, hello there and welcome to Emsolation. My name is Em Russiano. I'm a writer, a singer, a stand-up comedian, a maximalist power queen, a neurodivergent magic brain, and together with my best friend since I was living. Wow. Award-winning screenwriter Michael Lucas. I bring you this podcast every week. Hello. How are you? Welcome. I hope this finds you hydrated. Hope this finds you, doing something for yourself. Maybe you're out on a walk. Maybe you're on a train ride or a tram ride. Maybe you're at work avoiding hearing the questions. I don't know. I'm just glad that you've picked us to pop in your ear holes. I am doing quite well. Thank you very much. We put out a Love Nundrums this week. If you're not across Love Nundrums, it's something my daughter and I kind of started in lockdown on an Instagram account where we would answer people's love conundrums, which often ended up being quite sexually graphic, while we drank cocktails. And we were kind of harsh. We're your favourite ethnic aunties, is how we put it. And we thought maybe we'd try and see if a podcast format would work, and we did it this week. You can listen to the full thing if you're a subscriber at Emsolation Extra, but also, if you don't know, we put up a bit of a sample on the free feed. So if you just look above this episode in your Spotify or Apple Podcasts, however you listen to us, you'll see that there's a Love Nundrums teaser. So that's been out in the world a little while, and it seems to have been very popular. I just think about the things I spoke about with my child. I don't know, in the moment we're performers and we kind of forget our relationship. It's almost like, it's kind of two actors. So maybe that might help you understand how we can do it. We don't generally talk about that stuff when we're like at home. This is more like we sit down and go into our roles. But anyway, it's it's doing well. I love that you all love it. What I'm about to give to you is, we talk about the European Sex Championships. This is a thing. This is a sport. We go through each of the events in detail as only we can. Michael drops a bombshell, another one, involving our overseas trip, if you can believe it. We also have a good for her this week. And look, it had to be this person. It is her third time being awarded and nominated, but you'll understand why. And if it hasn't given it away, but it's quite incredible what's gone on for this woman. We also talk about the fact that Michael's going to see ABBA in concert, but they're holograms. And then I kind of come up with an amazing kind of hologram idea for after you die. There you go. That's a hook and a tease. As always, thank you very much for being here. And especially thank you if you subscribe to Emsolation Extra. I see you. I appreciate you. And if you're a free trialer, that'll be coming up. Now, if you're neurodivergent, I don't want you to, if you're wanting to end your free trial, don't forget to, because sometimes we can forget and then we get charged. And trust me, I'm still have a membership to things I haven't touched in many years. But hopefully all of you have seen the value in it and you let it roll over into another month, or maybe you want to do a year. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed your time behind the extra paywall. All right, Emsolators, that's enough from me. Sit back and relax. Play the music.
Em Rusciano and Michael Lucas. This is Emsolation.
Michael Lucas coming in live from Kensington. And you're walking in to derail the show from the get-go. What have you got? What have you said?
I woke up to an email. It's no action that I have taken.
Wait, are you about to drop another bombshell?
100%.
Should I get the dun-dun-dun sound effect ready?
Absolutely. Have your finger on it.
Okay.
Absolutely ready to go.
I'm composing my face. Okay.
Yeah, we like to plan in advance for our travels, and we're very particular about things that we're targeting that we want to see. There's a couple of things, of course, you know what they are. Anyway, then today I woke up to an email from a theatre group, and I was like, what's this about? And then the headline was, your performance of Funny Girl. And then I read, for your August 28th, 7 p.m. performance of Funny Girl, Julie Benko will be playing the role of Fanny Bryce. What? That is what I woke up to. I know.
What's even the point?
I know. Can I double down and say that when I booked the tickets, they indicated when Lea Michele was not performing, and I obviously did not buy. So they've sprung this on me.
No.
They've sprung it on me.
No, we need a refund. No. Michael, I'm only going for one song because apparently...
I know. Oh, me too.
Funny Girl only has one song.
Oh, no, come on. I'll watch her do People.
We all know why I'm going to see Lea Michele sing that one number, and we specifically bought tickets, and this is a bad omen. This is the next thing to happen. Madge cancels. Oh, God, touch wood. Everyone touch woods. Oh, my God.
No. Come on, I have faith. I reckon she's looking good. She's posting a lot of Insta stories from the rehearsals. She's still a month away, and they're clearly doing full tech runs. I think we're okay.
So what is the point in going to Funny Girl if Lea Michele isn't playing Fanny Bryce?
There's no point.
So what are we doing? What are you going to do?
Well, and this is it for assistance with these tickets. I mean, this is no diss on the girl that's taking her. I'm sure she's wonderful. I'm sure she's absolutely wonderful, but we will not be seeing her. It gave you an email address for information on exchanges and everything like that. How sneaky. But anyway, I will be emailing, and if worse comes to worse, of course, we'll just buy tickets to a completely separate show.
Excuse me, I will stop the recording down right now and help you compose a savage email explaining we are expressly flying in from Australia for this one performance, and that we are very respected film and television and theatre critics, and sometimes our word can make or break a show.
Yes.
And
I think we go bigger. I think we go global and say the relationship between the United States and Australia has always been a positive one, of allies.
I agree.
We would not want that
to
come to an unfortunate end.
Correct. You've got problems with China. You've got problems with Russia. Do you want problems with Australia? Put Lea Michele back on that fucking stage. And how do they know so far out? What else is she doing? That's 8 weeks away. What's happening? How does she know why?
I know. What a shocker.
I have to say, I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad we didn't find out.
When we were there.
Can you imagine me?
I know.
Sitting in that audience. And someone comes out and says Lea Michele will not be playing Fanny Bryce, I would have just stood up and just started booing. And this poor girl, I would have just been the whole time, that is not Lea Michele. I'm actually quite glad.
And I would have just had to be saying to her, I'm sorry, Julie Benko, it's not personal. She can't stop this reaction. It's just been triggered. It's just pouring out of her. She's in fight or flight mode.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm just trying to think of a reason why she would do this to us. Oh, no, we have to see her. This has really derailed me.
Oh, no, don't worry. I will take it in hand. No, you've got to regather. You can do this.
Okay.
You can do this. You can pull on. I will contact them and we will, don't worry. Okay. You will get your eyes and your ears on Lea Michele in person. The very problematic Lea Michele.
In some capacity. Okay, good. Moving on to something. Well, this will lift my spirits. It's this week's...
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Good for her. I feel like this might be her third good for her.
Oh, yeah.
We say good for her this week to one Jennifer Lopez, Jenny from the block, J-Lo, Jaffleck, whatever you want to refer to her as now, for her Father's Day post. It was stunning. It was Father's Day in the States on Sunday, and J-Lo paid tribute to the man in her life, Ben Affleck. It wasn't a shot that involved any children or fathering at all. It was a flat-out thirst trap. And look, I'll let you describe what we saw, what we were greeted with when we opened the Instagram. Or do you want me to do it? Because I've studied it.
No. I really want to do it, but I've just got to bring it up.
Okay.
I've obviously got a very vivid memory of it, but it needs to be precise. It really made an impact. J-Lo, okay, here you are.
Please give in vivid detail a picture to text.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. So it is clearly a selfie taken in a bathroom mirror. And Ben... look, I'm going to start with the peripheral details.
Yeah.
It looks like bed hair, and he's got like a beard, really thick beard situation. But basically what it's all about is the rack. He's shirtless and he is sporting a six-pack, but with very defined gutters that are slipping just out of frame. It looks like a naked selfie. I don't see any... I don't detect any underwear.
Oh, 1 millimetre more, and we would have seen Affleck's pecker. Like that was we were in dangerous territory. It was electrifying.
Harsh overhead light coming right down on it, which can be unflattering, but he is so ripped that it's just all looking fantastic. Tattoos, we can't get the full Rising Phoenix tattoo because it's a front shot. But we still get the shoulder tattoos in good form. And for me, actually, what really sells it in the end is the facial expression,
Agreed.
which is he's squinting hard at his own image on his own phone. And I see the context of this, I think it was sent to J-Lo. I think she has paid for the top trainer and has really been putting him through his paces. And she has said, I want to see visual evidence, regular updates, probably twice a day. And this is one of the things he sent her. And she saw this one, she thought he's got there, and that's going to the grid.
Good for her.
Living, loving, laughing. She is living her best life, and I am loving it. Captioned, Daddy appreciation post. Happy Father's Day, Papa. Unfortunately, no mention of the father of her children, Mark Anthony. He did not cop a mention. Didn't see any of the kids either. Doesn't matter because we got Ben's jacked pecs and abs with the tats, and I don't know, nothing says Father's Day more to me than just hitting the apex of Ben Affleck's gutters. Like, I feel like happy Father's Day. And I'm also sad to say there were some wowzers in her comments that were really offended.
No.
I know. Let's hear what they had to say. Why would you post a shower picture of your husband? That's appreciating him as a dad. Weird lol, wrote one wish. Another added, way to diss your baby daddy. And another one said, I don't know why, but this post is somewhat cringe. Oh, off. Honestly.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Don't hate her because you ain't her. And
also, if you don't have a high cringe tolerance, what are you doing looking at J-Lo's Instagram, for Christ's sake?
The cringier the better.
Particularly when it comes to Ben Affleck.
And the other thing
She is a hard on her sleeve. This is the woman that rewrote the lyrics of America the Beautiful or whatever it was. I mean, come on. You go there when you are going to say what you want and what you need and what you mean with no apologies.
And she knows how to market things. And we're on the rebrand for Ben Affleck at the moment. He's on the bounce up. I mean, this is perfect.
It does. You pointed out it looked like a shot that might have been taken for a dating app.
Yeah.
And I did, but then I thought, no, because I feel like she's the one that's got him in this shape. Like, this has only happened with her influence, I think.
This is her win. I'm living.
Yeah. I wonder how direct she was with him when she said that she was getting the personal trainer in. Was it just like, I've booked a time, you're doing it? Or did she have to sort of like slowly do a bit of it? I just think,
Nah.
He does play Batman, we should keep in mind.
Yeah.
Like, he might have to do this professionally too.
No, but
I want to credit J-Lo.
I don't think J-Lo's subtle because we're not out here shaking our asses. She got the cages for the kids at the Super Bowl. Like, come on. This woman gets shit done.
Yeah.
Not by being subtle.
No.
The second post after the thirst trap was amazing. It was her narrating this softly kind of lit montage of him and her, but then she was a spoken word narrator of the video. Again, nothing to do with the kids or anything else. And I thought it was very classy. Jennifer Garner paid tribute to him in a Father's Day post, which was super classy. So that was nice all around.
Hang on, in J-Lo's Father's Day post?
No, Jennifer Garner.
Okay. No, that's all right.
The
Why? Gotcha. Important distinction. Did her own post. Okay.
Very important distinction.
Yeah, because could you imagine what would she be writing on this? She'd be like, well, all I can say is, fuck that. That's not what I was looking at for a decade.
I had to be the one to fucking pick him out from the In-N-Out burger. This guy was hungover the whole time we were married.
I took him directly from a horrible pus-filled vomit-streaked heap via In-N-Out to rehab. And this is what you're getting.
Yeah, good for you. I'm fucking wrapped, J-Lo. Good on you, mate. No.
Now, can we just return to the timeline of your prediction for them? Because wasn't it when we went into our New Year resolutions, we're halfway through the year now.
Oh, we're right on track. Oh, yeah.
You reckon?
Oh, the lady
She's
doth
still
protest.
standing by it.
Yeah. Generally, I find the couples that are happiest are quite private and they don't feel the need to perform. In my experience, I just feel like they're coming out hard and fast. They're all lovey-dovey, honeymoon phase. They've got the tattoos. They're doing the posts. It's all very public. I promise you they will not still be together come 2024. I just know. I know these things.
Hey, what happened as well, just a brief check-in, there was a time when we had a resolution that you were going to get Scott to grow a bushy beard because you remember you had sent a post talking like with that dude who looked incredible with a beard and great without one, but really incredible with the beard. And then we did a resolution that you were going to tell Scott that he had to go Viking on you. He had to grow a beard.
Yeah.
Any success?
Well, yeah, it only takes him about 2 weeks. So
okay,
we've just got to pick a time. Really, it's easy.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about that at all. Okay, moving on.
I just have to, change my position because I've got a really sore back. Because I've been doing, I know,
oh
so old.
Oh my God, you're so old. What are you doing? You are literally, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Zoom days.
Oh my God.
And,
do you want a treadmill too?
Yes,
do you want a
anyway.
whole walking office? What?
All right.
What if you put the chair on the table? This is chaos. Luckily, the next thing I'm talking about is total chaos. Okay, are you comfortable now, dickhead? Are you all good now? Change your position?
Yeah, look, I'm battling through pain here to be part of this.
Spare me. All right, we're moving into chaos here. Well, the first European Sex Championship was due to be held in Gothenburg from June 8th. It was a 6-week-long tournament. Because sex has officially been recognised as a sport in Sweden. Did you know that?
I did not know that. And I have so many questions.
Good. I have all the answers. Now, according to many, sex as a sport is quite difficult, especially when we're talking about training and competing.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. All sports are difficult to practice independently, of course, but when it comes to this specific sport and the sex championships, we have to really drill down on the rules and how people are going to be judged. Now,
we really do.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the 6-week event to determine the continent's most elite sex performers was plagued with issues and closed down within a matter of days, sparking a battle of words between the organiser and competitors. Now, the organiser has released a statement saying that the performers were not invited as porn actors, but as competitors in the first European Sex Championships, and he accused them of not acting like professional athletes.
Oh. So what? Hang on, they were roaming around being too raunchy and he was saying, not here.
Well,
keep it tight, keep it together at the Sex Championships.
Well, his first issue was competitors arrived without their flags for their countries. So they had to go and buy flags for everyone. I don't know where they're putting the flags, how they're holding the flags up. Is there an opening parade? You know, are we walking around the sex house they live in? The place that they live in, the arena, is like budget dungeon Big Brother house. It's terrifying. It's like 8 double beds with no sheets, like in a room, and then there's a couch and they all sit around nude, and there's a kitchen. And straight away competitors were like, there is health and safety issues here. Like, they're not very clean. We've got no hot water. And as you can imagine, after you've competed in an event, you would want to shower off. It's not, it's not chess.
You really would want to.
Yeah.
You really would want to. I mean, if not, the shower also could be a venue for one of the events, one would think.
So I had to...
Yes, absolutely.
I had to look into it. And here's the nitty-gritty on the European Sex Championships. Participants in the championships were going to be assessed across 16 categories in bouts held across 6 weeks. These included their skills in seduction, massage, their proficiency in sex acts, the appearance of their sexual organs, how many times they can orgasm, and their artistry and creativity in creating a seductive pose. Bouts would last for an hour in each category. I mean, they're decathletes. This is 6 weeks, the endurance.
For the women, in terms of the confirmation that they are real orgasms, are there monitoring systems in place?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Okay, because for men, I think it's fairly, they'll be able to tell for sure. There's some strong visual evidence.
For each competitor, the SSF will set the most important criteria with points for each discipline. Participants will meet the requirement to receive points. The 16 events across the ESS are as such. Number 1, seduction of an athlete. How fast each competitor can make another competitor feel attracted to them. How does one judge that? 5 points.
That's very subjective, I have to say. God, they've really got to be careful with corruption in this, because this feels like an easy one to
100%.
start bribing people.
100%.
And but having said that though, I guess you could, like, my Apple Watch tells me a lot of things. Does it tell me when I'm attracted to someone? No, but it does tell me all sorts of things about my heart rate. And also you can get oxygen things happening. So maybe there are biological signs. And, this is completely taking it in a weird place, but I've done a lot of research about gay conversion therapy.
I think that ship sailed a little while ago.
Of course. But there's been weird, like, religious gay conversion therapists where they've done all these things to try and, like, assess, like, is someone getting attracted by content or whatever. So all I hope is that they are following the latest and most technologically advanced monitoring systems, because I wouldn't want just a verbal confirmation of I'm attracted now.
Well, I don't know. They couldn't afford top sheets or flags, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Was it televised?
If their dicks are hooked up to ECGs. It was to be televised. That was the whole point. It was meant to be this live streamed event that people had to pay to watch. It was Big Brother it's like Sex Olympics Big Brother style. But the contestants said the cameras just kept breaking and hackers kept trying to get into the stream. So they did 2 days of competition that didn't even get broadcast. Honestly, footage or it didn't happen. What's the point? So that's why they cracked the shits.
What is the point?
Yeah. Number 2, massaging different body parts. Feet, legs, buttocks, back, stomach, neck, back of head, forehead. Face is part of the massage, which is not connected with sexual organs. The massage lasts for that specific time. I mean, you get 10 points for that. That's another one that's subjective. Oh, number 3, moving on to the massage of erotic areas on the contestant's body, worth 10 points. Number 4, foreplay. How quickly and effectively an athlete can make another athlete satisfied with the foreplay. I mean, how do you judge that? And make
Again, very tenuous, very tenuous.
I hope there's no straight man involved in this competition. Number 5, oral sex. How fast a competitor can make another competitor satisfied and willing to continue in another competition at a higher level. 10 points. And by the way, there's a judging panel. It's number 6. Penetration.
Ooh.
How fast can an athlete make another athlete satisfied with the penetration? Oh, yeah, Barry, you've come in nice and straight. It wasn't crooked. I rate this. I'm giving you an A+. Isn't penetration just in the hole? Like,
But can we just confirm that when the person judging it, so is that someone on the judging position? Like, is And I just hate to bring up names at random, but is it like a situation? Is it like Australian Idol? Only in this case, Marsha Hine. I mean, no, I don't even want to cite her name.
What the fuck?
But,
where are you going?
Or
with
is
this?
it another competitor that has to rate them? Like who?
It's a panel.
It's a panel, but
Yes.
then who is being penetrated?
The other athlete.
So the other athlete is assessing the performance of their competitors.
You'd lie, wouldn't you? You'd say, no, he missed. Got it in my ear.
You would lie. That's the fatal flaw. I'm sorry. I just want to say to these judges, if you're serious about this, you need
Wow.
to be putting yourself on the line.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think you'll enjoy the next event, and it's release. How long can you endure, like, not ejaculate while another competitor is pleasing you? How long can you last without exploding? Now, that is one. I mean, I feel like women are at an advantage because you could just sit there and even if you're having an orgasm, you could be like, no, I can't feel anything. Whereas the men,
Just
they have
sound
that.
very
Yeah.
still. Well, it depends, as we've spoken, depends on their monitoring systems. But yeah, the men, oh yeah, you're in trouble. I mean, that out of all of them is the one that I'd even just take a close up of their faces to watch that event. That sounds funny.
Next one, appearance of organs. An athlete will be judged and scored on the appearance of their sexual organs. I mean, that makes sense, sure. But I mean, every vaginas are like fingerprints. Everyone looks different. You know, I don't know. I feel like it's subjective to compare vagines and penises.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Number 9,
Yes.
artistic performance of a pose. Right?
That intrigues me. That they say pose, not position. Because I imagine that in the Sex Olympics, positions would be key and how many positions you can get in, how flexible you are. But a pose, what are we talking about here?
I don't know, but then they also get judged in event number 10 in how creative they switch from, say, reverse kangaroo. Hang on, is that a poo in a toilet? Reverse cowgirl to, say, your standard missionary. And is it graceful? I love the artistry of that.
Fair.
Stunning. Yeah.
That's fair.
It's not easy to go from, say, a wheelbarrow to, I don't know enough sex positions. God damn it. I'm trying to think of sex positions, but I just don't know any. To the debt collector. There's one sex position called the debt collector. Do you know what that is?
Is there? No, but I'm tempted. I'm just going to Google image it right now. Let me see.
I remember the debt
collector.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a movie called it, but I'm pretty sure that's not what.
Have you got the
Collector.
sex position?
Sex.
Wait, sorry. Hang on a minute. Sorry, wait. Okay.
All I'm saying is that there appears to be many porn movies that are called The Debt Collector, and that's what I'm getting. Wait a minute, sex position.
Position. It's not a very sexy name.
Look, I'm really not getting a lot of.
The debt collectors basically, how do I describe this? So one of the partners is got their hands on the ground and they're like in a handstand with their legs wrapped around, and then the penetrating partner shakes them up and down to get the money out of their pocket, and then while the whole time having to go in, out, shake, in, out, shake. And the shaking is represent, in the old days, debt collectors used to hang people out the windows to get the stuff out of their pockets.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's really a stunning historical reference. So, I mean, that would score highly, I imagine, in this category. Maybe I should suggest the debt collector.
I hope when it starts like the Olympics travelling around the world and finally gets to Australia, we get things like, and the spit roast.
I would pay good money to have Roy and HD commentate the European Sex Championships. Can you
100%.
imagine? Oh, my God, that would be amazing.
Well, to be honest, I prefer you.
Oh,
But
I guess. I don't know how my children would feel about that. Although that ship sailed, also discussed my daughter being approached for a threesome this week on the Insulation Extra. Next, we have endurance and number of orgasms during a specified time. They get 60 seconds, and it's how many times they can orgasm. Again, women at a distinct advantage, right?
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, I do think it is an interesting one look, I'm really getting involved with this now. It is interesting to see, that's a very clear. What I like about it is it's measurable with the men. It's a real challenge. They've orgasmed once. The clock starts. How soon till you can do it again? And we'll all be able to see. And
It's a real nail biter.
Yeah, that is a real challenge.
I agree. Next one, raising blood pressure and heart rate through the actions of a partner. So you can do anything, pick any activity, and the person who can raise the heart rate and the blood pressure the most wins. So I feel like the debt collector, again, would be an excellent way to achieve both of those things because both people are working quite hard.
Sounds like if you're ever a competitor, you're just going to go in and your strategy is just debt collector.
It's the only position I know other than doggy and missionary and reverse cowgirl. What is a reverse kanga? Is reverse kanga when you shit the wrong way in a toilet? And why would you do that? Wait, I need to reverse.
Isn't reverse cowgirl? No,
I know what a reverse cowgirl is, but what's a reverse kanga? Because reverse kanga. Okay. It's when someone does a hang on. It's when someone does a poo on the toilet while sitting the other way around, so to leave a skid mark down the front of the bowl.
Hang on.
So you sit the wrong way. So you straddle.
No, I do understand that. What's that got to do with sex?
Nothing. I was reaching for reverse cowgirl. Reach around.
Oh, and you ended up at reverse
kanga, which is a very different thing. Oh, like I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. Reverse kanga, that is definitely something Australians came up with. That is disgusting. Moving on to something way more tasteful.
That is disgusting. I love that you were reaching. I mean, I just think in your day-to-day life, are you more dealing with issues of shit stains in toilets or elaborate sexual positions? And I think we've got an insight.
Oh, there's just so much shit in my life. Honestly, it's just poo.
There's a lot of people in your house.
So much between the dogs and the child and the husband and, the poo. And Scott eats too much fibre and it's just this scattergun. And it just goes everywhere. And I'm just said to him, is your sphincter set to sprinkler? Like, I don't understand how one gets so much shit on the bowl. I'm so over it. I'm like, just back off the fibre, dickhead. Honestly, I mean, my toilet brush is going to take a restraining order out against his asshole. Honestly, I've just had it.
Is your sphincter set to sprinkler?
Name of the episode! Moving on, the use of the Kama Sutra. Okay, so knowledge of. Good. I'm glad there's a knowledge-based activity there. Excellent. And the most, number 15, the most artistic intercourse according to jury and audience. This is an overall evaluation of artistically performed sexual intercourse by contestants who have passed the 14 previous levels of the competition. I love that. And the final finale event, the couple that has been the most involved overall during the competition, as well as the most artistic according to the Kama Sutra, and the most popular. So it's like the gold logie with the jury and audience. You can get 20 points for this and you can clutch the crown. I mean, it's a damn shame this event did not take place because, mate, I could have covered this for 6 weeks. Can you imagine?
You really could have.
Yeah.
I really hope that the organisers, it sounds like it was a bit of a fire festival situation, only not as elaborate.
It
but
was.
I really hope they pull it together for the next year because I'm engaged now.
I am too. I'm so into
I am
this.
intrigued to know about like how they manage, are they queer performers in here as well? Because,
It's true.
That's another layer of complexity.
It's true. There are a lot of people with OnlyFans accounts. It feels to me like the OnlyFans Olympics.
Yeah.
But I do want to say and clarify, I have no desire to see a stitch of footage. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see any jizz or orgasms. I want to read about it and then form my own visuals. That's very clear.
You just want to imagine it.
I would much prefer to do that rather than just flat out watching people on internet cameras have sex on mattresses without top sheets. Like, I don't need that in my life. Thank you very much. Okay. Well, we'll follow that story with great interest. It's Emsolation Extra.
Haven't subscribed to Emsolation Extra yet? Here's what you've missed out on this week.
Okay, here we go. This is from Anna. So I have teenagers, a boy and a girl. People talk a lot about the hard physical work of raising little kids, but I have found raising teens coming with a lot of emotional work and investment of time I've never heard anyone talk about. Can you tell us your observations on having both teens and little kids? What is your best advice for parenting a teen? Oh, God. It's really hard. I actually find parenting Odie harder than parenting Elio, and he is an autistic toddler, essentially. Sometimes with teenagers, you don't need to know everything. And that
You don't.
has been the hardest lesson for me to learn because I want to know everything. So I've been in a relationship with my partner for 3 years.
Hi, gay.
He asked me to press that button.
He did, and I really respect that. And can I just say, if you want to submit your questions and say what sound effect needs to go in them, please do.
And things have been going along well. However, for all of those 3 years, I have been hidden from the view of his friends and family. In fact, they don't even know I exist.
What the fuck is hell?
I'm now in my 30s. He's in his mid-30s. And there is no sign that he will pluck up the courage to tell those closest to him about me anytime soon. I feel like his dirty little secret. Should I call it now or do I keep waiting? This has made me feel angry.
I mean, I've been there, but it's interesting because I haven't been there to this extent.
3, it's a double life. 3 years, that is a double life that his partner is leading, flat out. Next question.
Lachlan. Hi, Em and Michael. I've been seeing a Brit for the last month. We're both 29-year-old gay men. We spend every day or every second day together here in Melbourne. We both drunkenly said I love you a couple of times and we meant it. All I want is to see where our romance leads, but due to his visa, he has to return to London in 45 days, and now I'm considering moving to London. I only have enough cash money, honey.
Wait.
Hi, gay.
to get me to London one way. I know it's too soon for me to consider what I'm considering. Would you move to a foreign country for an absolute babe that makes you smile? I know, love, Lockie. Your answer is yes.
Yes.
Isn't it? 100%. And also, I would too. I mean, I just did the most stupid, ridiculous things in my 20s to put myself in a position to pursue love on far less than actual declarations of love. Alana writes, hey, Emsolation fam, my beautiful girl is 4 years old and has been recently diagnosed with high-functioning ASD and ADHD. We have always known she has a magic brain. But now she is starting to notice her differences and asking why she's different to her friends. I've told her that she has a magic brain that thinks differently to others. Any other suggestions on how to explain her diagnosis to her curious little mind?
I'm having to deal with the same thing with Elio. Elio is noticing that he thinks differently to other kids. Elio's are rule-based. Things have to happen in a certain way. And it is an interesting thing. But what I've realised is so important, if you can, Alana, is to get your daughter around other neurodivergent kids. And I think this idea that neurotypical is right and normal and the baseline needs to get in the bin, I think that's the problem, is saying different.
For all of that and so much more, subscribe now at emsolation.supercast.com.
It's Emsolation Extra.
This is Emsolation.
You are off to see ABBA on Sunday in concert, live.
I am.
But they're not going to be there.
Well, some would say yes, they will not be there.
Explain.
No, but I'm obsessed with this. It's the talk of the town. And it's been here for ages. But when you ask people in London, you know, what you should see, sometimes there are some people that feel like they should throw in a few sort of like high culture things, but everyone comes back to one baseline. Are you seeing ABBA Voyage? It's in a special, for those of you who don't know, it's in this purpose-built venue, and essentially it's holograms. That's what we're talking about here. They developed and put together a perfect ABBA concert, greatest hits, since it's a live band, but the actual ABBA foursome appear in holograms. But everyone says it is so convincing that if you're not at the very, very, very front, you just completely, your mind is tricked and you just think you're at the ultimate ABBA concert. And everyone goes bananas and cheers and everyone says it's absolutely ecstatic and great.
Why are they clapping? That was my whole first question. Do you clap? And what are you clapping?
Well, there are real musicians on the stage too. But I think it's just like, it just elicits your response that you're at a concert and everything like that's what you feel like. I mean, you've done like sing-along Sound of Music and stuff like that when people are responding hugely. And I'm sure they applaud and all of that as well. Like I'm used to like responding to pre-filmed content.
Yeah, but I was there. I was there to lap the applause up.
Yeah, no, I know.
This just sounds, for me, I'm glad that ABBA are all on board. They came up with the idea. It's so slack. It is so slack. They get all the money from the ticket sales. They don't have to be there. They don't have to tour. They don't have to do the hotels. They don't have to actually even see their fans, but they still get the money.
My understanding is, and I might need to clarify this, but I don't think the technology is so intense. It's not something that is yet tourable. You have to go into a purpose-built venue to see it. And also I should clarify that they did perform it with motion capture and everything like that, but they've been made to look young. They've been restored to their youthful selves. I reckon if you were to push, you could get on board with this.
No. I definitely am seeing the advantages.
Oh, and I'm just waiting for the day when they suddenly said, hey, we've got Madonna's Blonde Ambition to a hologram form. Oh. I reckon you'd go. I'd go.
I'd go to Prince. I was thinking of all the artists I would go and see. But I still think it brings up interesting issues, morally around when people die. And then these shows can be put on and they're not really there and they can be made to say things. Because AI, I don't know about you, but AI seems to, over the last month, I'm just getting ads. You can set up a website in 10 seconds. We can record, we can make your photo, you can be somewhere where you weren't. We can write reports for you. The ChatGPT, every day I'm getting this new innovation around AI and I'm feeling a bit anxious about it. That's the way I used to feel about the cloud. I still don't understand the cloud.
Yeah. No, me too. Well, also I'm feeling anxious because, everyone keeps speculating that you can go to ChatGPT and say, write me a season of television and it'll just do it. Having said that, though, I've explored that and it doesn't seem possible. But not yet. Could be soon. People are recording their visage in holographic form and then getting it set up with AI so that, when you die, your family members can come and have a conversation with you. But it's not really you. It's AI anticipating what you might have said.
But what if... can we program, how I've got my burn book to be released from a cannon upon my death of all the people who have wronged me? Perhaps we could fashion a hologram version of it where I'm looking my youngest and most amazing and devastating. And I deliver the burn book from the grave.
I love that that's where you've gone.
Yes.
I love that they're set up.
Could I host my own funeral?
Building connections with family from beyond the grave, and Em's like, my burn book. It's really gonna make a difference.
But I could host my own funeral. I mean, that would be amazing. Welcome, bitches. Sit down. Why aren't you crying? Imagine. Yes. And if Scott comes in and he's already replaced me, I can just go to town on the woman. I'm still here, bitch. I'll haunt you forever. Could you set up a haunting? Could I appear as a ghost? Could I just pop up at random time? Could I pre-program a hologram in my house? Imagine, how you have electrical sockets? You could have hologram sockets, and then I could program before I die moments where I could just pop up and just haunt everybody. And I wouldn't dress as a 16th century ye olde milkmaid as most ghosts seem to appear. I would want to appear at my most hottest and vivacious, obviously right now. But wouldn't it be amazing if I could just randomly pop up every now and then to fabulously haunt people? This is technology I could get behind. Okay, I'm on board with the holograms.
We are going quite close to Silicon Valley later this year, so if you want to go check in and just basically say... Look, tech nerds, I want to haunt people.
Yeah.
Mostly my family.
Yeah.
But also a lot of media executives as well would be good.
Oh, my God, yes.
People that spurned my advances. Let's talk about it.
I'm going to need you, upon my death, to scatter the hologram sockets in all the places I designate. I'll leave you a burn book map. And that way I will just pop up in the places of my enemies and I'll avenge myself. Oh, this thing's just amazing. I'm copywriting it. It's mine.
Well, the biggest downfall I think about the ABBA situation is when I go to a concert, I live for the banter. I want live interaction with the crowd. And that's obviously where it's going to go down because, for me, the joy of Madonna, and Celine's another one, but Madonna's surprisingly loose.
Yeah.
She'll go and have a full conversation to a crowd. She'll be quite racy.
Yeah.
She's funny.
Yeah.
And she'll chat and chat and chat. Celine is on another, you've witnessed it, on another planet. She'll do a 4-minute monologue about a dream she had.
It's incredible. Incredible, poor Celine. Oh, stiff man syndrome.
Beyonce, I have to say, is much less inclined to
you
go
mean?
loose with the audience. Oh. She does a lot of heartfelt. It's just so beautiful seeing you here. Like there's that sort of thing.
Okay.
And of course she does her. She every once in a while she has a savage scripted one-liner like they're gonna have to rename this Beachella. But I mean, you could do that in hologram form. That would be fine. In fact, that'd be a good concert to put in hologram form.
How do we know it's not? Honestly.
True.
All right, I'll let you go back to your Kensington life. Thank you for being here, and I hope your back's feeling better. Like I hope the shift to standing made all the difference for you.
It did. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your such sincere support of my health.
Okay. All right, bye.
Bye.
This is Emsolation.
All right, gang, that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for being here.
Start your tag.
What? I haven't done the what?
Before you start your tag, I just thought maybe you might want to mention that in the closer.
Oh,
It's not real. I just went to Google what the actual title was and found that.
you're joking.
No, but the guy actually exists and owns all these sex clubs and basically started the rumour and it went fucking international.
Where did he get all the pictures from?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, I thought maybe
That's amazing. Yes, good.
Saucy might
All right, here we go. Oh, my God. Well, hi, it's me. I have something for you. Breaking news. Breaking news. I am very sad to report that the European Sex Championships was made up. It's a lie. And I fell for it hook, line and sinker. The media fell for it. Sweden is not holding a sex championship. Let me go on. The internet recently buzzed with a bizarre claim that Sweden had declared sex a sport and was organising a tournament. International media, aka us, fell for the gag and reported it as true. All the information is false, reports Anna Svetsman from the Swedish Sports Confederation. She says that right now, false information is being spread in some international media about Sweden and Swedish sports. These are vigorously denied. Oh, what? Oh my God. Göteborgs-Posten, one of the major Swedish language dailies, reported that a Swedish man named Dragan Bratic was behind the whole drama. He owned several strips clubs and wanted sex to be classified as a sport. He submitted an application to become a member of the Confederation in January. They confirmed it, but they were denied in May. The Swedish Sports Confederation has drawn attention to the fact that in some parts of the international media news, there is currently a story that the Sex Federation has become a member of the Swedish Sports Confederation. It is false information with the aim of smearing Swedish sports and Sweden. Unfortunate term, smearing, around this topic. Wow. I mean, I'm very disappointed. I respect the fact that they went to the trouble of naming events and categorising them. I mean, if you're going to do a deep fake on a story, of course, this is what got me. I am so cynical, but I happily believe that there was a European Sex Championship. It's so believable. Go and Google it. They've got contestants. There's images of people in houses. The mattresses are there. Oh, what is even real? Am I real? I mean, ABBA's a hologram. The Sex Championships are a lie. Oh, I feel oddly disappointed. Oh, well. But, you know, it's very important that we get the facts straight at this show. That's all for my... I don't think I'll tell Michael. I just think I'll let him find out like this. We were very invested. Hey, thank you so much for joining us this week. As always, make sure you are across our Instagram. Give love to the grid. So many of you are in for the sexy stories, but the grid is where it's at. It's where we put the good stuff. Consider the grid the good room. You know, when you get a trophy or a nice photo, it's the couch with the plastic on it. It's where the good things go. Go to the grid, check it out, and make sure that you are on our mailing list. A lovely little email goes out each week from Ben. All that information can be found in the link in the bio on our Instagram at Emsolation Podcast. Have a wonderful weekend or week ahead, depending on when you're listening. And I'll catch you soon. Bye.
Like what you heard and want more? Emsolation is a totally independent, neurodivergent, female-led podcast, which you can help support by subscribing to Emsolation Extra. Get exclusive bonus episodes every Tuesday, question time with Em and Michael, pre-show meetings, videos of the podcast recording, pre-sale access to live events and discount merch, a weekly newsletter, and so much more. Help us by subscribing now or gift a subscription to someone you love at emsolation.supercast.com or get the link via Emsolation Socials. Emsolation with Em Rossiano is recorded at Down the Hill Studios, hosted by Em Rossiano with Michael Lucas, executive produced by Benjamin Wasley, produced by Em Rossiano, edited by Ezekiel Fenn, socials by Em Rossiano, Benjamin Wasley and Marcella Rossiano Barrow, with assistance from Jem Evans and Georgia Watts, with videos by James Henderson. Follow us on Instagram at Emsolation Podcast and join other Emsolators at the Emsolation Group on Facebook. The answer is Harry Styles. Please take the time to share this podcast with a friend. Give us a 5-star rating and make sure you're following us on whatever podcast app you use by hitting the follow button. Thanks for listening, and we can't wait to chat with you again soon.